Hello everybody, welcome to the stream, welcome. So today I am going to play Phoenix Wright, but in a bit, who is that gonna sneeze? Excuse me. That's a hello Zephyr. So I'm gonna be changing up my format, like my streaming format just a little bit, see if it works for me. I can't read German, but I know that's German for like bless you. I think that's German. But I'm trying. Hold on. Okay, my mic's not muted. Okay, so I'm just gonna be changing up my format just a little bit, just to see if it works for me. But because a lot of YouTubers that I watch is German. It's pretty much the only German word I know. I see. But yeah, it's pretty much. What I noticed about a lot of the YouTubers I watch is that they usually do a bit of chatting before they start the game. So I want to say I'm gonna try doing that for like a little bit, see if that works for me. And if it doesn't, I might go back to the way I used to do things. I'll probably do like these kind of chatting streams though on like very story heavy games, like Phoenix Wright, Wuthering Waves, and even possibly even on Kami, like those three like story heavy games, because I am aware that because I am aware that I don't pay attention to chat when I'm playing those games. So maybe having a little bit of a chatting session in the beginning would be beneficial. You know, just see how you guys are doing. It's like I said. I've been trying quite recently. I've been trying to experiment. So even my live like announcements on Twitter and Blue Sky, there is a lot different from how I usually do it because I usually just like copy and paste it. But then I watched other streams. I got some like advice and all that, and even attended Mental Monday for in group chat about like this pretty much like how to like promote myself better, basically. And what I realized is that if you go through my page, you barely know jack shit about me. Like, yeah. All right, this 3 minute ads. Yeah. Hmm. I don't know. I'm looking at like the whole 3 minute ads thing. I think 3 minutes is a bit long, but I don't know. um, that's what others recommended. But if I think it's too long for my size, I might change it back to 1 minute. Just how I see it, just how everything goes. I need to get that whole like event thing where it's like, hey, our 3 minute ad is gonna pop up soon. I need to figure out how to set that up. Maybe I can. I'll do a bit of research after stream. So I'm gonna write that down. Actually, I'm gonna write down. Um, have give warning about as being in. There we go. I put that in a sticky note, so I should be able to remember pretty soon. Yeah. But I also got rid of like pre-roll ads. Like if someone joins and an ad, like something pre-roll ads is a thing where when people join, they immediately see an ad. For me, I don't mind like sitting there for a little bit and like going through like 30 seconds of an ad, but I know other people won't like that. So yeah, I'm more or less I'm just experimenting. Don't know how well it would be, but it will be something. But yeah, I know that 3 minutes is recommended, but I'm not sure if it's for me. Oh, I need to stop playing when this is gonna get damaged. Okay, I'm waiting for the ads to end. Okay. But yeah, nah, like I said, I think for mainly the story heavy games, I'll probably do 30, like I think 30 minutes of chatting. I think 30 minutes is good because I can't go beyond 3 hours. Yeah, I can't go beyond 3 hours because that's way too late for me. And like I stream at night because that's when I'm least busy. So that's just how it is. So yeah, it's just when I'm like least busy at night. So I can't stream for too long. I try to stream like at a reasonable time. Like I'll try to stream at like more reasonable times during the weekends if I don't have work. But you know, it happens. And also, welcome back. You just came back from ads. The reason why I don't have my YouTube music open is just because 30 minutes is not much, and I don't have Spotify to like, you know, pause it. When I set it up, I usually have to get like a separate window on Opera and like play the music and stuff like that. Yeah. Yeah. Also, hi Tato. Hi Tato. How are you? I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Okay, you've been following since July 1st. Did we meet on Viv chat or are you part of someone else's chat? I'm so sorry that I didn't remember you. But yeah, how are you doing? Well, we met in Viv chat, did we? Right, I'm so sorry that I forgot. Wait, let me check. Let me check out. Hold on, I'm a terrible person. Holy crap. Oh! Oh yeah, now I remember you. I remember you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. But welcome to the chat. I really appreciate you coming here. I'm terrible with like with my memory and meeting people. So I'm so sorry. But you know, how you doing? I'm just doing a bit of chatting before we start the game. I currently have Phoenix Wright muted. And I saw the note of him, so I'm like, why not hanging out here for a while? I'd like to know more about you too. I really appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate it. I'm so sorry that I didn't remember you. I meet so many people on group chat. I'm like, huh? Gosh. It's okay, you're good. Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, no. Well, I'm not really super interesting. I just kind of sit here and like play games and stuff. Currently experimenting with how I run things now regarding my content. Um, yeah. So trying to figure it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I've been quite busy too since I'm doing some teaching. I can't do group chat at the moment. I see. Oh, I see. Wait, you're a teacher. Why am I collecting all the teachers? I'm kidding. Let me just do this. There we go. I am a teacher. Oh, wow. I'm a tutor. Damn, I'm collecting all the teachers. I'm kidding. I get, yeah. Lamau, yeah. Low. I'm so itchy. My arm. I've been wearing my hoodie like most of the day. I do language lesson at Chinese. I see. I'm a maths and English tutor. So yeah. I'm fine with opening up about that. Yeah, math and English. But I probably would talk about work too much because I'd rather keep the kids like safe. Because there's some babies. But yeah, no. Yeah. So like I said, I've been doing a bit of experimentation as of late, actually quite recently. So yeah, one day I need more EN lessons or grammar lessons. Maybe. You know, someone said as a joke that I should do like a tutoring ASMR. What game are you going to play today? I'm going to play Phoenix Wright. Yeah, and I'll be playing that in 15 minutes or so. I just thought to do like a 30-minute chatting session for a while, and then we'll start with the game. I do have the game open, but the thing is, that game, like Phoenix Wright has like this really like this music right before you press enter. It gets annoying. Is it Phoenix Wright? Is Phoenix Wright's point of view? Yes, I'm playing the first trilogy, so I'm up to the second game. You know. Yeah, I'm up to the second game, and the case that I'm gonna be doing is the circus one. Originally, I was gonna have some people like come in with me and like voice act some of the characters, but the whole dynamic of what's her face? I don't remember her name. Like the blonde one, being so young and having. I love Ace Attorney, but I'm bad at figuring out the crime scene. Not the same. I'm the same. But yeah, but the whole dynamic of I forgot her name. My back. Okay, let me. Okay, what's her name? I need a. Okay, Regina, right? Yeah, the whole thing dynamic with Regina, Max, and Trillo or whatever or Ben. Like it's a bit weird because I think Regina's 16, Max is 21, and Ben or Trillo is 31. So I don't want to subject anyone to be doing voice acting for those characters, and because it's weird. I'm gonna say this straight up. It's weird. Yeah. So I'll be sacrificing my voice as usual, but that's fine. Hold on. I need to. Alrighty. Yeah. Actually, I don't mind doing a bit of chatting. Honestly, I think that's the fun part. Just waiting for people to come in. You welcome them, and be like, "Hey, what's up? Come hang out with me for a little bit before I torture myself with the game." You know. I did, and I, yeah, and I didn't realize this. I tilt my head to the left quite often, and it's kind of weird. Yeah. Excuse me. Yeah. But yeah, no, I didn't really do much today. I woke up early to participate in Mentor Monday. I'm not one of the mentors, as if I would be a mentor. I'm pretty sure at advice, but I was there to gain some knowledge about like how to basically promote myself better. Like I get, but that was like more like a general thing. I'm not planning anything anytime soon, but it was like, oh, how do I promote something that's supposed to be exciting? Like for example, if you're promoting a new model or a subathon, you know, um, like basically just show it off, like throw hints here and there, you know. I talked to Envy and they said it's like a, oh god, I'm pretty bad at this, but you can go to VV stream, like I mean VV's VOD, but they said like think of it like your sandwich shop, you know, like get people excited for the ingredients, get people excited for, you know, different parts of the quote unquote said new model or the subathon, you know, and show your excitement. It's like, is this exciting? You know, is this part of the model exciting? Because if I were to say with that knowledge, and if I were to go back in time with that knowledge, if I were to like promote this model, not the very first one, I say, hey, I think doing this trick is pretty cool. Boop, you know. And people are like, oh, like people might be like, oh, the shit, that's cool. Like you have seasons toggles, but you know, it just depends on preference and stuff like that. But yeah, with Mental Mondays, I always ask like general questions rather than like personalized questions, because I'm more of someone who likes to do stuff like I'm more of someone who likes to go with the flow, you know. Like I like going with the flow. I like you know, seeing how things take me, but I also really like working towards something better and improving myself. Like even though yes, this is a hobby and I don't see myself turning it into a full-time creator anytime soon, or at all, unless I don't know, some kind of circumstance forces me to. But let me just do this. I forgot to put my phone in do not disturb. But you know, I still want to have some level of like make this worthwhile, you know, because I'm spending a lot of money. But it's fine. That's why I have a job. My back. Sorry, I'm just tapping the table on my desk. You know, I still think I have a pretty small desk, but I think it's just how I form, like how it's like, not formatted. What the fuck am I on about? How it looks. So, I think have I shown my desk before? Is there anything that can incriminate me? Not incriminate, but dox me. There appears to be nothing. Yeah. So, so I only have, I don't know how else to explain it. So I have a top shelf. This is all built in with the desk right now. I have a top shelf with all the tiny plushies that I have because I like collecting plushies. And then on my left, there's more shelves. There's 1, 2, and a tiny one at the very bottom, right? And then the main area where the monitor is, there's a whiteboard behind it, but I can't use it for obvious reasons. Because this is a study. This is best for studying more than like, you know, having a monitor and stuff. Because my monitor's on the floor, not my PC. Fuck, I'm stupid. My PC is on the floor, so I have to clean it every now and then. So again, to clean it, I need to clean my thing. I need to clean my keyboard again. Maybe I should, you know, maybe one day if I'm fucked to do it, I might buy like some kind of like hand cam thing so I can, you know, basically show off how I clean my thing. Cause I don't know, I think hand cams are pretty fun, but I don't think I have anything too interesting other than to clean my keyboard. You know, I mean, I can do traditional art maybe. Like I have sketchbooks, and I haven't used them in like a fat minute. You know? Yeah. Gosh. Yeah, I think I have a pretty small desk. Because even now, I'm a pretty small person. I will say that. I'm relatively tiny. But even then, I can barely fit my thighs under the another thing. Unless I lower my chair. Let me check. Okay. Unless I lower my chair a little. Actually, maybe... Okay, let me do a bit of this. Okay. Actually, this is actually quite comfortable. Why haven't I done this before? Okay, let me just do a bit of adjusting. I'm just make me feel even more tiny than I actually am. Like, I'm a very comfortable 4'11". Yes. But technically it's 4. Hold on, let me just adjust this because the charger is. There you go. I should have done this before stream, but I didn't think to. Cause I go on the highest setting with my gaming chair right now, but then I realized now that as soon as I lowered it, I was like, oh, this is actually kind of comfortable. I'm silly. But yeah. Yeah, no, just I'm just kind of going with the flow now. Like I'm just experimenting with what works and what doesn't work. So if like what I'm gonna try this for like a week maybe for this week, and if I see that there's nothing changed, then I might try to change it up a little bit. Just you know, just to like keep experimenting, see what works for me, see what feels like me as well, because I don't want to be like copy and paste of another VTuber, because that's not who I am. Like, the way I'm sitting right now, I have like my hands clasped together, like I'm like doing a job interview. But yeah, which now like looking at my model and stuff, like I know it's very basic, but I kind of wish that I kind of drew on like more toggles other than just expressions and the wings. But you know, that's like a lesson for the future. You know, maybe I will make a model. I don't know. Maybe I will upgrade this model. Who knows? Like I upgraded it once, but it's not down the line anytime soon. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, so I'm gonna be starting the game in 5 minutes. We're just gonna continue with a bit more chatting, see how everyone's doing, let everyone take time with joining in, and then I'll probably start with the game. The game is still muted on my end, by the way, so I'm just kind of sitting here talking to the air right now. But you know, that's the whole thing with VTuber, is just kind of talk to the air. Gotta learn to live with it. Oh, what's going on now? Okay. Twitter's being weird. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like checking a few things right now. But yeah, no, how's everyone doing? My arm. Everything's itchy. Why you do this to me? Oh jeez, it's actually pretty bad. That's fine. But yeah, now I'll probably start the game in like a few minutes. Just gonna chat for a little longer because I actually do like chatting. Chatting's fun, but you know, it's kind of like a get together. Like, hey, let's talk for a little bit before I'm completely distracted with the game. You know. But yeah, hopefully this new format works for both you guys and also for me. I mean, you never know, cause like the main worry for Phoenix Wright is that after a Phoenix Wright stream, I usually lose my voice for like until the next day. So hopefully, having this like little chatting segment won't disrupt that too. Like won't make it worse. But maybe I just need to use my voice a little more often. Yeah. But yeah, yeah, I also took a nap today, but one of those naps where I remember just watching some like doom scrolling on TikTok, and then I was like, I'm a little tired. Um, if you ever get into Legend Hero games, it'll be worth. There's a lot of dialogue. Well, I met some people who are voice actors. So hopefully, so maybe one day I'll have someone with me just like, can you voice act with me? Cause I don't want to lose my voice, you know. But yeah, having like other people there would be fun. Yeah. I think what I'm gonna do with Phoenix Wright streams though is that I might try to yeah, white shows. I might try to separate it into like the different parts of the story. So maybe, but it depends on how long it is. Like maybe after the like, if the first trial is gonna be a long time, then I might in stream like around like when that part ends. But if there's still time, you know, I might, you know, move on to the next bit for like at least 30 minutes. We'll see though. I don't know. I haven't, like I said, I haven't really thought this through. Just kind of experimenting right now. Yeah. Okay, now I look very tiny. Let me just boop. There we go. Let's see. I need to adjust the volume of the game now. Okay. Phoenix Wright has just been sitting there, you know? it's been sitting there for a long time. So, you know, now, like, might switch pretty soon, but I think this little chatting session has been fun, you know? Just say, hey, what's up? How you guys doing? And then, oh, yeah, time for, like, a bit of a game, you know? I think this is fun. So, yeah. But, yeah, I think I'm gonna switch over to Phoenix right now, so let me change that real quick. Oh, there goes Kofi. Alrighty. There we go. We got Phoenix Wright. We're gonna continue on. I don't remember jack shit, so it's gonna be fun. Oh, there's 2 parts to the trial. Okay. Oh, at least 2 parts. December 29, 9:23 a.m. District Court, defendant lobby number 5, and I realized I need my iPad to reach out. Give me like 2 seconds. There we go. Alrighty, let's get started. Good morning, Max. Also, if the volume's a bit off right now, please let me know, you know? Hold on. Sorry, I had to like deal with something real quick. I'm sorry about that. Anyways. Yeah, anyways. Voice sounds fine right now. Okay. If the game, like I said, if the game audio is too loud, just let me know. You know, I always appreciate some feedback. Max? Milk. What? If I don't have a glass of milk before I go on stage, I just can't function, sweetie. Is a stage? Don't worry, there won't be a stage. All you have to do is sit down. I guess. Nick. Max is really nervous. That's understandable. Hey, my sweeties. Oh, jeez. There we go. Forgot to do that on Discord. What? Oh, jeez. You didn't think I should fly, do you? Please don't do that. Don't do that. Huh? You know, you gotta make a good first impression. When I entered the room, maybe I should fly in more with the crowd a little. No. We can't be having you flying around the courtroom. It wouldn't, it just wouldn't be right. Imagine if you hit someone. Don't worry, Max. Just do what Nick says and everything will be okay. Oh, sweetie. What is it this time, Max? Jesus, he's already tired of this dude. Why don't you try flying in the courtroom? I can see it now. The dashing young... No, he's gotta fly. It'd make the proceedings more entertaining, I guess. I can see it now. The dashing young lawyer flying fabulously in from above. Knowing the judge, he'd probably like it. Hi, Gaddis, how you doing? How you doing? One glimpse of that, and everyone in the room will be on your side. If only it were that easy. I'm very sorry, everybody, but I'm gonna be right back again. I need to get water. I realized I didn't have any. Oopsies. I'm so sorry, everybody. Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry, everybody. Anyways, returned from work a bit ago. Tired right now, but got a nice beer and relaxing right now. Okay. As long as you're relaxing, hopefully the stream helps you relax even more. Yeah. Max, really, no one needs to fly today. Nick? What's with that look in your eyes? I like the sound of that. Dashing young lawyer flying fabulously. What the fuck is wrong with this? It's so stupid. December 29, 10 a.m. District Court Room number 2. And now the case of one... Her face. Yana, get on with it. Oh, sorry. I just realized the defendant's name is Billy Bob Johns. So, well, isn't the defendant also known as Maximilian Galactica? Yes, Your Honor, he does often go by that name. You know, my grandchild is a huge fan of his. Okay. Do you think everyone here wouldn't mind if we call the defendant Maximilian Galactica? It sounds more friendly. What's wrong with Billy Bob John? What's wrong with Billy Bob John? I think Billy Bob John is a nice name. Oh wait, hold on. Okay. That case would not have been thrown out of this call IRL. How so? I like that. I'm kidding, by the way, I'm kidding. I wonder if that is to our advantage. Miss Von Conway, your opening statement, if you please. I hope you didn't bother thinking you'd win this one, Mr. Phoenix, right? That spirit channeling trial was a sham. I refuse to acknowledge its legit. Of course I can't read already. Legitimacy. It did not count. Do you hear me? She must be still upset about what happened last time. You have no chance. Zero, zilch, nada. I'm not losing this case. Why you ask? Because it is not in the nature of a Von Karma to lose anything. Well, yeah, your dad like forged evidence. He lost. I guess being born Von Karma with the name Von Karma is a free pass to be arrogant and annoying. Watch and learn, Mr. Phoenix, right? No chance, zero, zilch, nada. She says to the lawyer, knowing to not have lost a single case. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I'll show you the textbook procedure for proving how absolutely guilty you are. Me? Guilty? What are you talking about? It will be my ultimate revenge. But it's not like it'll bring up dad, but Jesus! She really said fatherless. Jeez, what the hell? There, opening statement complete. Now let's hurry and wrap up this waste of time. Very well, you may call your first witness, Miss Von Karma. Detective Dick Gumshoe, get up here. Now. My goodness. Gumshoe. Sorry to keep you from work, as I'm sure you need every penny you can earn, detective. Don't mention it. It's no trouble at all. I've been looking forward to this. Very well. I would like you to begin by shedding light on the events in question. At your service, sir. Alright, detective. You may proceed with your testimony. Alrighty. Details of events. The night of the crime, snow was falling until 9:40 p.m., making it extremely cold out. All of the circus performers were gathered in the big tub to practice their routines. The practice session broke up around 10 p.m. The murder itself took place in the plaza in front of the lodging house at 10:15 p.m., so a 15-minute time difference. The victim was found bent over a wooden box. You know, I just realized that Francisca holds her arms and grabs her left arm just like Manfred did. I mean, like father, like daughter. The victim was found bent over a wooden box, dead as a doornail. The cause of death was blunt force trauma that snapped a vertebrae in his neck. Oh, wait, that actually means he might have died like a slow and painful death. You know, I mean, it depends on where the vertebrae was broken. Yeah, but Manfred had a bullet in his arm, true. I see. He was beaten to death. Here's the autopsy report for the victim. The court accepts this into evidence. Okay. A blunt object. Very well, Mr. Wright. You may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Okay. I'm gonna press that. Let me ask you about the snow. It was nearly a blizzard up until the time of the crime. Did it pile up? It wasn't such a big deal. Maybe about 1.5 inches was on the ground. I have a ruler. Okay, it's not that bad. You know, lowering my table, I mean not table, lowering my chair like this, it makes me feel smaller than I actually am. My god, this reminds me of the clip I saw of an actual lawyer playing against Manfred, and he started crashing out against the updating autopsy report. Oh no. The snow froze in place and stayed on the ground until the next day. The snow. Let me see. There's gotta be more to this. What's the matter? I need to take a look at the court record. Okay. That's hilarious. Okay. Okay. Cheap ring. Okay, we got the monkey. Okay. Right. Oh no. Doesn't work. It's not 40. Oh wait. Oh no, I forgot to save. Stupid. Anyways. Making it extreme with an... Okay. Okay. We're gathered. Okay. When you say all of the circus performers, who do you mean? Everyone but the dancers and staff were there. Regina the animal tamer, Mo the clown, Ben the ventriloquist, and of course the defendant, Maximilian Galactica, and his victim, the ringmaster. Oh, I almost forgot. Regent the tiger was there as well. Out of curiosity, what about the circus monkey? When I was investigating yesterday, he happened to snatch my wristwatch. Detective, you're welcome to file a police report after these proceedings. Okay. After the practice was over, where did everyone head off to? Regina was playing with Regent, while Mo went back to his work. Went back to his room tired from work. There we go. Ben the ventriloquist went to the front gate, absorbed in his own world. The ringmaster and Max went off to the ringmaster's room to talk privately. Talk privately, huh? That's awfully suspicious. You wouldn't have to know what they were talking about, would you? It seems they're negotiating Max's salary. Actually, Max was asking for Regina's hand in marriage, and this is what I don't like about this game. This is what I don't like about this case. Max is 21. Regina's 16. Okay. I'd like you to be a bit more specific about the events at 10:15. Okay, not a problem, pal. We've got a witness that told us how the whole thing went down. This is totally meaningless. Time to move on. That is by itself is pretty sus. But apparently the ringmaster was like, "Yeah, you can marry my kid." Like, if what? If someone like way older than my child was like, "I want to marry your kid," I'm like, "Get the fuck out! You're fired." Alright, we'll just have to revisit that testimony later. Detective Gumshoe, would you mind telling us how the victim came at his end? Okay. A wooden box. That's right. The victim must have been carrying the wooden box when he was killed. Carrying the box, huh? A rather strange wooden box, Your Honor. What do you mean? Well, it was much heavier than it looked. Not to mention it was locked. Locked, you say? Okay. This may be my only chance, but... Okay. So it was... About the lock. You said the box was locked. How exactly was it locked? Well, it had quite a steady lock on it. It took quite a bit to open that bad boy up. So, when you found the box, it was locked, correct? Yes, it was. Some of the forensics team took it back to the precinct to crack it open. I see. Continue, Detective Komshi. Okay. According to the autopsy report, the murdered weapon was a blunt object, correct? You done your homework, pal. And you haven't found this murder weapon, have you? The police are searching for it as we speak. My theory is that it is something that the perpetrator ran off with. You would think so, especially since he didn't find it on the scene. No. I bet he made it disappear with magic. Abracadabra. Okay, I didn't see anything. Okay. Snow was falling, making it extremely cold out. Okay. What time of the... Then what the hell? Like, wait, what? Why? Am I already... Oh, come on. Because right here, Phoenix says... Because right here, Phoenix says, I need to check the autopsy... The cult records. I'm like, what contradicts here? Am I thinking this too literally? Oh my goodness. Oh no, I'm so bad at these. Jeez, I'm trying to figure this out. Alright, let me... I'm so sorry for this, everybody. Okay. Okay. Oh, whoops. Okay. Okay, I need to check something else with the box first. Okay. Okay. Let me ask again. I'm so sorry, everybody. I'm trying my best here. The contents. I think that would have been more important. Do you mind telling us what was inside that box? Well, when we found the box, it was locked tighter than Fort Knox. So we took it back to the station and cracked it open. All that was inside was this little bottle. Bottle? What is that, detective? Exactly what it looks like. It's a condiment bottle. What's inside the bottle? It's filled with pepper. Pepper? Why in the world was it locked in that box? There's only one little bottle in that huge box? I wonder if that has some sort of special meaning. Okay. Well, I think we have a good feel for the details of the event now. Okay. I guess that's all we're gonna get out of Gumshoe in this case. I mean, we're gonna get... Oh my god. You mean we're all gonna get out of him is that little bottle of pepper? Now that we have wrapped up with a detective, I'd like to call my next witness. I'm not even off the stand yet. Obviously, but that's due to you being slow and unable to take a hint. I don't know, but Wrapped Up has such a mean sound to it. I'm a sensitive guy. Thank you very much, Detective Gumshoe. You may step down. Ms. Fakama, call your next witness. I'd like to call Mr. Benjamin Woodman to the stand. She must be talking about Ben the ventriloquist. I'm like 90% sure a lawyer isn't allowed to insult a witness. Yeah, I mean, we do have to. I mean, well, why would I say we? I'm not a lawyer. Well, I'm pretty sure they need to keep some level of like professionalism. You know, this is fiction, so you know, what's the worst that can happen? I wonder if Trilla will show up on the stand as well. Please state your name and occupation for the record. My full name is Trillaquist. I'm employed as an operatic tenor. Excuse me? The witness called to the stand was one Mr. Benjamin Woodman ventriloquist. Okay. That word must be cutting off your circulation. I said I was a singer. Yeah. Like, Trilla's a puppet. But, like, Ben is 31. And, you know, the whole bit of, like, them fighting over Max and Trilla fighting over Regina is a little odd to me. But I'm gonna stop talking about it. Because before, like, I get, like, before I, think too much about it. It's a game, but it makes me mildly uncomfortable. Fine, maybe you don't believe me. Fine, I'll grace you with a song. I'm not doing that. Oh, jeez. Decided by a judge dressed up like a woman. Well, what do you think? It had a good rhythm. It's just the lyrics. They leave something to be desired, so to speak. Trilla, you know better than to insult a judge. Shut up. Just look at your nose. You would think you'd have the sense to fix it. It's so ugly, I want to punch you in the face on the off chance swelling would help. You know what? Your nose is the reason you'll never be an A-list star. So, celebrities must really enjoy seeing everything that flashes into their minds. What's going on here? Order! Order! I demand to know who the witness is. Don't worry about me, sir. I'll let Trilla handle this. I'm not- oh, jeez, okay. You won't get anywhere trying to figure out this witness. Now let's proceed. Okay. What you witnessed. Okay, once practice was over... Did she just whip the judge? Yeah. I think... I don't know much about law, because, yeah. But I think that's contempt of court. I think. I don't know law that well. But I'm just assuming here. That's just how the game is. What the hell? Should have been me. Oh, Jesus. Okay, whatever you're into. Whatever you're into. Okay. Once practice was over, I left the tent with the stooge, clown. Once we got to the lodging house, I ditched him and went back to the plaza's entrance. Oh, wrong one. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. Okay. Let's see. He was the only one heading that way. Did something happen? Okay. I thought I heard a notification, but I could be wrong. I need to get wise bot or something. Okay. He was the only one heading that way. How could that punk not be the killer? Then police showed up and took Magic Boy away. So you saw Maximilian Galactica heading towards the scene. You sure of that? Without a doubt, he had his silk hat, cloak, and the dumb white roses on his chest. How can you mistake someone with that crazy getup and his nose stuck up so high? That's enough. I think we all get the picture. Just one thing. You said you ditched the clown. That's right, Just Boy. Well, since you weren't with him, couldn't that mean the clown committed the crime? He's got a point. What a shame. It was a nice theory, but the clown can't be the culprit. Why is that? Here's absolute proof. Silk hat? This was found at the scene of the crime. It belongs to the defendant. Ah. Without question, he was wearing his signature hat during practice. If the clown was the murderer, there would be no reason for this hat to be at the scene. Well done, Miss Von Karma. Your Your prosecutorial skills are unrivaled. Well done. Okay, I can't read. Thank you for stating the obvious. Mr. Phoenix Wright, what do you have to say? Okay. I guess she's the boss again today. Okay, what you witnessed. Let's see what you witnessed, you little rat. I have to say that you're annoying. You just like your dad. The clown. You talking about Moe? Of course I'm talking about that old fart. He's so pathetic, I can't stand him. Just a little bit of exercise and his makeup is running all over the place. Once practice was over, he was 9 out of 10 of the ways of keeling over for good. Poor guy. We didn't have any choice, so Ben took him back to his room. When it comes to being a first place loser, that guy's ahead of the pack. Then what happened? Why the plaza's entrance? To do some thinking, of course. Oh, okay. It was awfully cold out that night, especially with all the snow around. Wouldn't thinking in your nice warm lodging house have been a better idea? Mr. Phoenix Wright, I think you should leave the thinking to the witness. But I'm not a good thinker. At least my teachers always said I was. That's when I saw Max heading towards the scene of the crime. He was the only one heading that way. Oh wait, whoops. Fuck, I'm stupid. He thought thunker. Yes, he's a thunker. Are you sure it was really Max Galactica? Of course I'm sure. How could you mistake someone wearing such a snobby three-piece getup? Snobby three-piece getup? Get the wax out of your ears, lawyers nowadays. You're like talking to a brick wall. Max's three-piece getup, jeez. Could you be any more dense altogether now? Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. Nick, I think you should put up a little more effort into preparing your questions. Bitch. Anyways. You saw Max and only Max, right, Trilly? That's right, and that makes him the killer. He was the only person headed that way that night. That makes quite a bit of sense. It makes Max one suspicious character. No problems. There's no proof. Wait a second. There's no proof that the witness saw Maximilian Galactica. Hey. You still don't get it, do ya? I saw what I saw. It was Max's three-piece joke of a costume. Alright, let's say it all together now. Silk hat, cloak, white roses. Thank you. I think you should study on your celebrities, Mr. Wright. Great, now I'm getting shut down by a toy. Okay. What? Only saw Max? That's a bit strange, don't you think? Why is there such an emphasis on the clothes? It's cause I mean, it's just cause it's like significant to him, you know. It's yeah, it's kind of like the most defining part of him and what he probably wears quite often. I don't know how often these characters shower, so. What's strange? That you only saw Max. Doesn't it seem like you should have seen someone else as well? What? Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Profiles. Oh! The Ringmaster! That's the victim. That's correct. Yeah, the music stopped! If Trailer was at the entrance to the plaza, he should have seen the Ringmaster as well. Obviously, the Ringmaster arrived at the scene of the crime before the witness could have seen him. Anyone with sense could have figured that one out. What are you talking about? The Ringmaster and Max went together to the Ringmaster's room. Is that according to the defendant? A likely story. I'll add the sighting in a minute. If Maximilian Galactica was supposed to be in the Ringmaster's room, why was he, just as the witness stated, at the scene of the crime? Oh jeez, I see. It seems that at this stage I have no reason to doubt this witness's testimony. And there are clearly no conclusive contradictions. He's right. A brilliant judgment, Your Honor. Now let's move with his testimony. Bit of a love triangle. Nick, wasn't Ben the one who got knocked over the head? Yeah. I don't know. I took Magic Boy away. Okay. Around what time did the police arrive at the scene? I suppose that would have been around... Hey, what time was it? Huh? I think it was around... I'd say a bit after 10:30, I think. Practice ended at 10, so you hung around the lodging house the entire time. I guess that sounds about right. Wasn't it awfully cold? I can't believe you just stand outside in that weather. Well, the truth is... Will you shut up, you big-nosed dope? Why are you telling him anything extra? Why can't you believe we just stand outside in that weather? Well, maybe you were waiting for someone. What? Who said we were waiting for someone? Mr. Phoenix Wright, we can do without your offhanded theories. But this witness, he's cracking under pressure already. I'm onto something. Mr. Wright has been waiting outside in the cold. Profiles. It's either Regina or... Hold on. Oh, I can't go back. No! It's either Regina or Max. Because Ben was hit upside the head. Well, if he was waiting... got it! It was Regina! There we go. Oh my gosh. Well, if he was waiting outside in the cold, it was for one person. And one person only. He was waiting for the animal team, Regina. Oh. You were waiting outside for Regina to come back to the lodging house. Am I mistaken? Is this true? Well, can't really ask me that question. Who cares who I was waiting for that night? What's important is what I saw, don't you forget it. Well, well, well. The puppet may have been a bit stiff, but he's right. Alright. There's obviously a reason why this witness was there that night. He spent all of that time waiting for Regina to arrive. Moreover, even if someone else would have walked right in front of him, I doubt he would have paid them a second thought. Okay. That makes perfect sense. What did you just say? Salty much? The witness saw the defendant at the scene of the crime. However, he did not see the victim on the way to his eventual demise. If you accept that, then you must accept that there's a high likelihood that he could have missed someone else other than Max heading. Oh jeez. There's absolutely no proof that the witness was waiting for the animal tamer. I guess you got me. Alright, alright. I'll spill the beans for real this time. It's true. I was waiting for Regina. Oh no. Don't volunteer things. Mr. Quist, tell us the truth this time, and I mean the whole truth. Were you or were you not waiting for Regina at the entrance to the lodging house? I was. I was waiting to propose to her. Oh jeez. You are what? Waiting to propose? What's the matter? You think that humans have a monopoly on marriage? The matter of perfect marriage is not under review in this case. You're the judge. I mean, look at your horrible outfit. Jesus. More pain. Thanks to your bumbling, my perfect plan is not so perfect anymore. Now I have to waste time getting to the bottom of some silly proposal by a puppet. About the proposal. It's so cringe. Don't be so surprised that I was going to propose to Regina. I even had something to give her. I kept it in my pocket, waiting for the chance to propose and give it to her. Of course, as I had it in my pocket that night, it was a present for her. In the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. You're going to propose? You? A puppet? Ah yes, someone got murdered. Why is the puppet proposing? Examine him. Don't be so obtuse. Just because I'm a puppet doesn't mean I can't love. Yeah, okay. I guess you're right. Just because I'm on doesn't mean I couldn't propose to— Ew! Exactly. This makes me very uncomfortable. Okay, let's just keep going. Let's keep going. His honor is looking a little less than honorable right now. You think? Oh, jeez. I don't like that. Phoenix. Okay, Mr. Wright, please continue with your cross-examination. What was with that sigh at the end? Yana, you're a creep. Okay, hold on. Let me save real quick. Yes. Okay. By propose, you mean proposing marriage, correct? To Regina? Of course that's what I meant. What kind of stupid question is that? I was going to propose that we become some sort of outlaw biker gang together. Right, Ben? Yeah. Got it? That's the truth. Okay. What was it exactly that you planned on giving her? You know, that's exactly what I was going to give her, Numbskull. The only thing I could find that could match Regina's beauty. Answer this question. What was it? You're gonna die when you hear this. It's an engagement ring. Wow. Engagement ring? Those two nearly fell in the chairs. Even Francisco's like, the fuck? It's funny. It's funny, but it's a little creepy at the same time. Mr. Phoenix Wright's joke has gone too far. Why are you blaming me? I'm not the one controlling the puppet. Time for this to end right here. Francisco looks like it's about to lash out at almost anything. One hit from that thing will probably shut someone for a long time. Push on it anyway. It may be something of a joke, but this is a historic moment. This is the first time that a puppet has— oh Jesus. I advise you to cut this argument short. We're going to have to agree with the defense here. Please revise the testimony specifically about the engagement ring. I like to stick to facts, not sociology. You should do enjoy sweating the details, especially for a man in a black bathrobe. Okay. An engagement ring. It's actually a diamond-shaped stone cut from glass. Even more brilliant than the real thing. I think Regina is going to love it. It's just a ring. What's the matter, Nick? Well, there's gotta be something I can catch him on. Okay. Whose pocket was the ring in? Mine, of course. What a stupid question. You gotta be kidding me. You think Ben could pull that off? I'm sorry. Really? You don't have to apologize for that. He's the one who should be apologizing. Man. Really? So he went to the lodging house to give it to her. That's right. Oh shit. Don't mind me. Oh shit. I tried to give her the remaining times but I lost count, but that uppity snob kept getting in the way. Uppity snob? He couldn't possibly talk about me, Maximilian Galactica. When I get a hold of him, I'm gonna sell his wood block in half, and not with magic. Well, they always say that love creates rivalries. Yeah. So what about this present? Okay. So you're still thinking of trying to give it to Regina? Of course I am. I spent 3 months' salary on this thing. I'm not gonna give it up that easily. I wonder how much he receives for appearing in the circus. Probably way more than he deserves. Okay. Okay, maybe he should get more. Oh shit. Okay. Oh no. God damn it. Got a few more lives. I need to stop playing with stuff. It's messing with my devices. Okay. Okay, what can I use then? Because I know it's the monkey. I know it's these two. Okay, still got it in my pocket. God damn it, Trillo. Oh jeez, I'm trying to like I'm trying to figure it out, but like, I sometimes feel smart, and then other times I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on. Why is a puppet trying to propose? Okay. Okay, engagement ring. Okay. Oh, okay. It was just the wrong time. It was the wrong part of the testimony. Ah, jeez. There we go. Trillo, do you mind if I show you something? What is it? What are you talking about? Uh-oh, it looks like they're going to double team me now. Do you recognize this ring? Ah, that's mine! Give it back! Thief! Thief! Didn't you just testify about this very object? I believe you said, in the end, I wasn't able to give it to her, so I still got it in my pocket. Why then do I have it right here? Okay. What is going on here? That's... Ben, say something. Don't put me on the spot like that, Trillo. I found this in Money's ring. Money's ring? You mean a room where they put money? Like a bank vault? Ha! That filthy monkey is gonna get what's coming for him. Mr. Quist, I would prefer it if you avoided slandering innocent fiats in my court. Well, Your Honor, Money really is a monkey, in every sense of the word. Ah, I see. Well then. Money likes to go after the shiny things that you can find and gather them up. Shiny things. Chile, when was this ring stolen from you? Well, I suppose it was that time, you know, that night. The night of the crime. What did you just say? Details. I need more details. Well, it was stolen right after Max showed up in the plaza. Right when you saw the defendant walk past, correct? Well, I guess you might, be able to say that. Speak up! Speak up! The ring might have, well, it could have been taken around that time. Oh, this scared the shit out of me. Okay. Ben, what's with you? Oh, whatever. It has nothing to do with anything, especially not who committed the murder. It's not for you to decide what has to do with what. Hi, my love. Thank you for the hydrate. Excuse me. Oh god. Excuse me. Now, Trillo, back to the topic at hand. I haven't admitted a thing. Not I, Mr. Trilloquist. Okay, it's actually working out quite well. No, I was just sorry. I was checking a couple of things. I need to stop checking in the middle stream. I need to check off the stream. What did you do when the ring was taken, Trillo? You know exactly what I did. I chased after that monkey, snatched money. Snatching monkey money. Head pass. Thanks, my love. But you weren't able to catch up with him, were you? Is all this slow, leafy fool called Ben's fault? While he was fumbling his way through the snow, that dumb monkey was able to get away. That is indeed an incredible shame. Well, this does indeed prove one very important point. What could that possibly be? Ben's testimony has a flaw. There's a huge contradiction in this witness's testimony. Contradiction? The witness just testified to the following effect. Up until the police arrived, he didn't move from the entrance to the plaza. However, the witness just stated that he chased after Money the monkey. When the witness was off chasing Money, there was no one watching the plaza. What is the meaning of all of this, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Where are you going with this little theory of yours? I'm saying that there is no possible way that this witness saw the plaza the entire time. That's where I'm going to go with this little theory, which leads me to my next point. It is entirely possible that someone other than the defendant was at the scene. Interesting, Mr. Wright. Oh my god. Well then tell me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Do you have any proof that something slipped past the vigilant ventriloquist? Well, he obviously didn't see the victim, the ringmaster, arrive on the scene. However, that doesn't change the fact that he saw the defendant arrive. The witness is lying. He is blinded by his rivalry with Max. Well, the defense argument does hold water. This witness does have a history of animosity towards the defendant. What? How dare you? I wouldn't lie just to get that dork face in trouble. He's not even worth it. I saw him, no doubt about it. I saw that worthless liar. Well, just for clarity's sake, let's flesh out exactly who you saw that night. I told you so many times, you think you know my story is not changing. You're gonna change your story. You're gonna change your story, stick boy. Sorry, I couldn't help but reading it that way. Because I don't know why, it just reminds me of bitch boy. I'm so stupid, I'm sorry. And I'm sure it would change some more. Where there is one lie, there's usually many more behind it. Exactly, Maya. That's why you have to keep after him. Yeah. Okay, witnessing Max. I'll give you that I was waiting for Regina. I'll give you that I was waiting that night for Regina. But that doesn't change the fact I saw Max in the plaza that night. He showed up after I had been waiting there for about 5 minutes. I said good evening to him, but he didn't even acknowledge my presence. I was absolutely sure it was him. I saw Maximilian Galactica at the scene. There's no way I could mistake someone wearing those 3 ridiculous symbols. That's true. Liars usually cover their lie with more lies. Yeah, it's kind of like a defense mechanism. You know? So that means Money didn't show up until after you saw Max. That's right. Money ran out less than a minute after I saw Max. Then Money snatched the ring and you went chasing after him. How long was it until you came back to where you were waiting? Well, let's see. I say about, I suppose 5 minutes, I think. So the victim could have arrived in the scene in that 5-minute stretch. Please proceed with your cross-examination. I'm losing lives as we speak, so I'm going to keep saving. I have 3 lives left. Let's go. Okay. Oh, shit. Wait, let me go back. So you're only concerned with waiting for Regina that night. That means you probably wouldn't have noticed if someone else showed up. You should think about how many eyes I actually have. I've got 4, you know. 4. F-O-U-R. Counting Ben, of course. With that many eyes, do you really think something would have slipped by me? 4 eyes and an awful lot of attention directed at one area, I suppose. Yikes. The judge is even more dangerous to our case than Trillo. Okay. So you saw Max coming out of the big top that night. Of course, that's where I saw him coming from. I was staring at the entrance to the tent the entire time. Why are they acting like the puppet can actually see stuff? I have no idea. I can't tell you. I have no clue. I have no clue. I'm pretty sure there's like one person in the jury like, what's happening? Why are we listening to a puppet? You know, there has to be at least one logical person there just like, why are we talking to a piece of wood? Oh, plastic. I don't know whether... Actually, what are those things made of? They say wood. And he says stick boy. So I'm assuming he's made of wood. I guess that makes sense, especially since he was waiting for Regina. Okay. But what time would you say these events took place? Usually wood and a cloth. Ah, I see. About what time would you say these... Oh, I already read that. You're one of the dumbest people on the planet if you can't figure it out yourself. You're gonna know that practice finished... like Pinocchio. Yeah. You're gonna know that practice finished promptly at 10 PM. I really know that I went to the lodging house right after practice. You don't need to be a brain surgeon to know around what time it was when I saw him. Just add 10 more minutes. I'm sure you can do that. Now, what time was it? Indeed, what time was it? What time was it? Oh, jeez. It was 10 PM. Ah, yes, that sounds about right. Because I saw Max at the scene. Okay. But then after 5 minutes, wait, hold on. Then after 5 minutes, then he wouldn't have seen it happen. He would have seen the aftermath, because the ringmaster died at 10:15. So you testified that you said good evening to Max that night. You must enjoy asking incredibly obvious questions. You said good morning in the morning and good afternoon during the day, right? And it's obvious that I say good night to someone who at night. What, Ben? You got something to add? Also, if he left right after practice, how come he didn't see the victim? Exactly. Let me guess. That's not it, Trillo. You say good evening at night. Ah, I'm sorry, Trillo. Mr. Quist, I would prefer you get your ventriloquist act outside of the courtroom. Impossible. A performer lives and breathes his performances. You should know better. Does it actually hurt him? Like if he's like punching himself and stuff? I'm just wondering. So I have like a million thoughts going, like processing per second. There's gotta be something wrong with this bit of testimony. If you punch yourself and it hurts, are you strong or weak? That depends, you know. I mean, it depends. I think it depends, because for me, I'm very prone to bruising. So I have pretty sensitive skin, you know. Like, I'm not kidding. I've been hit with a rubber ball, and then a bruise like formed immediately. So yeah, it depends, you know. But if it hurts, that still depends on your pain tolerance, because I have pretty shit pain tolerance as well, you know. Sorry, I had to go through the scientific of it, but yeah, because it looks like he's hitting himself pretty hard. Yeah. Okay. Okay. It's a trick question. You punch yourself, you're stupid. True. Okay. Right. So we. Oh yeah. We also the glass bottle incident. Right. I forgot about that. Trilo, is it not true that you had a fight with Max on the day of the murder? A fight? A fight over Regina, to be exact. Okay. It wasn't that big of a deal. It was just an argument, a disagreement at most. A disagreement usually doesn't end with someone getting clunked over the head. You know, that's how I solve all my arguments, you know? I'm kidding. I'm too weak to actually clunk. I'm too small to clunk someone over the head. I can clunk, like... I mean, actually it depends on the height difference. I'm not freakishly small. That morning, Ben got clobbered over the head by Max, didn't he? What? Is that a mission of assault and battery? Before we handle that, we should wrap up the defendant's murder charge first. The truth is that on the day of the crime, the defendant and witness had a huge fight. There's absolutely no way they would have suddenly become cordial at that evening. Moreover, just consider the personality of the witness on stand. There's no way a puppet this lewd would just up and say good evening to his rival. Are you saying this witness is lying? That he's trying to frame the defendant by claiming to have seen him at the crime scene? That's why you need a bottle for the extra reach. Hey, you can still kick an ankle. You know? I can still kick an ankle. It still hurts, you know? I didn't tell a single lie. Honestly, I just... That's enough from you, Mr. Quist. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. To clarify this testimony for the... Let's clarify this testimony for the court. Who's just saying exactly who... Ooh, no. Saw a different person? He didn't see anyone. I don't think he saw anyone. Oh, I know. He saw a different person. I'm stupid. I mean, he had to see someone. Yeah. It is my belief that the witness did indeed see someone that night. It was just someone else. That's who he said good evening to. What kind of theory is that? The correct one. Furthermore, I didn't believe the person the witness saw was Max at all. What? If I truly met Max that night, there would have been no greeting at all. Which means there's only one proper answer. The person the witness saw that night was not Maximilian Galactica. That's why Trillo made the effort to greet someone, whoever it was, that he saw that evening. Or good evening, as he put it. What in the world? The ringmaster then. Because he also went there. Considering the ill temper, okay. You're great to... Oh, no, Your Honor, it is not Regina. If it was Regina, Trino would have given her the engagement ring as a present. Oh, yeah, I suppose you got a point there. It was Russell Berry, the victim himself, was it not? You're correct. It was indeed Russell Berry. The person you saw that evening was the victim, the ringmaster Russell Berry. Not to sound mean, but don't Max and the ringmaster have different body types? Like regardless of like the outfit, because that's what Trilla keeps emphasizing. The body, the overall like body would not change. You know, if I were to wear something like completely oversized, you know, it would be baggy on me. But if someone like a little like more muscular than me were to wear the same thing, it'd be tighter. So it doesn't matter. So yeah, the clothes don't matter in this situation. And I think that's why Trilla kept emphasizing it. And the lie was like he claimed he didn't see Russell Berry, yeah. That's why you agreed to him, Trilla, isn't that correct? Oh jeez. Answer the question, Mr. Quist. Oh, there goes the puppet. Order, order. How do you respond to this? Okay. Well, wait a sec. Well, first I thought it was the old man, but once I got a better look at him, it was obviously Maximilian Galactica. Okay. I think it's high time we clear the air about this question. Mr. Quest obviously witnessed a single person in the area of the plaza that evening. The problem is identify exactly who that person was. Was it Maximilian or was it the ringmaster? One Mr. Russell Berry. The prosecution argues that it was the defendant that the witness saw that night. The witness has clearly stated that he saw the defendant's three symbols. Alright, this is getting old. Come on, man. You gotta remember them by now. Here we go again. Everyone, all together now. Okay, yes, we know. The silk hat, the cloak, and the white roses. Thank you! This is the only time I'm actually appreciative of the whip. A silk hat and a cloak. Anyone could wear them. They even look good on me. What was that? Well, if the witness has repeatedly the witness has endlessly repeated that he saw Max's three symbols. However, do we really know it was Maximilian Galactica? It could have been someone else, dressed up as him. Possibly even Russell Berry. What? Mr. Von Karma. Do you have a clear evidence that the person the witness saw was the defendant? Well, if that's the case, then it is impossible for you to make a judgment at this point. Yes, I think we finally won a point in this one. That is very unfortunate. Huh? You're just a little too excited for your own good, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What do you mean by that? You merely established one thing from this witness. You established that this witness saw one person in the plaza that night. I applaud you on your effort, but who that person was can only be answered by the next witness. Huh? Your Honor, the prosecution will provide beyond a shadow of a doubt an answer to that question and evidence that clearly establishes one thing. That no one other than Maximilian Galactica was responsible for this crime. Very well, the court will take a 10-minute recess. During that time, I request the prosecution prepare their next witness. Court is now in recess. Alrighty, to be continued. So it's like less than 2 hours. I can do the second part. Yes, I want to save. Okay, hopefully it's like only 2 parts. Nah. How's everyone feeling? Oh, that hit the right spot. Holy shit. That hit the right spot. Oh god. Alright, how about you? I'm doing okay. The voice is getting there, but not too bad. Yeah, it's not too bad, you know? Okay, I'm just checking something out. I'm looking over something real quick. Oh, okay, interesting. We'll save that. Okay. Sweetie, you have to believe me. I didn't go anywhere near that crime scene. So then, where were you when the murder took place? I admitted to you I was a basic visual novel, yeah. You know, not that I mind it, but when you're doing all the voices for each character, it does get to you a little bit. You know? Excuse me. We talked about it yesterday, remember? I was in the ringmaster's room. And while you were there, it was the ringmaster who left the room, right? Exactly. He told me to wait in the room because he would be right back. That's when the ringmaster headed to the scene of the crime, right? Oh shit. But the ringmaster... Okay. Well, that's what it seems like. But the ringmaster must have been wearing Max's costume, right? Oh, sweetie, I just remembered. I went straight to the ringmaster's room still dressed in my stage clothes. But when I got there, I went ahead and took the costume off. Which means... It means that the ringmaster could have taken his costume and went out looking like Max. Fabulous. Absolutely. That's a fabulously possibility. Well done, Nick. However, sweetie, why would the ringmaster want to dress up like me? Isn't that a bit strange? If you think about it, all they found at the crime scene was my silk hat. True. I'm going over something real quick. Sorry. Okay. That's true. What about my cloak? Where did that go? Double, Wow, Max, I haven't thought of that. You should be a detective or something. Well, I was never quite sure what to be when I grew up. Magician or president? Yeah, I had no idea how hard it was to make a decision. That's really cool. Fabulous. This mystery just keeps getting deeper. Yeah, man. Okay. Okay, December 29th, 12:06, District Court, Courtroom number 2. Now that everyone is back, let's get started. The court is now back in session. Ms. Von Kama, please proceed with the prosecution's case. Very well. I will now call my next witness, a pitiful clown with the unfortunate distinction of having seen the entire thing. Will Mr. Lawrence Curls please take the stand? Why did she just call him a pitiful clown? The witness will state his name and occupation for the court record. What? Of course, you did give Von Kama vibes. I give up Von Kama vibes? You think I would whip someone? What? That name and occupation. Will the witness please inform the court? I don't know, and I'm not willing to put in a test. Thank you. No, you're fine. You can be honest. I'm not mad. I was messing around. Yeah. But you say I give up on Kama vibes. Does anyone else agree? Just for future reference. I'm kidding. Yeah. Will the court please inform... Wait, will the court... Fuck. Will the witness please inform for future fan art of your model? I mean, you want to draw me as Von Kama, I don't mind. I mean, I'm open to fan art, you know? Will witness please inform the court why he is speaking autobiographical gibberish? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just not used to being in a court. I've never been in a courtroom in my life. I wasn't quite sure what joke is best suited to this sort of occasion. What in the world are you talking about? You're in a grand hall of justice, not some comedy club. Since it's easy to see your occupation, please state your name for the court. Oh, yeah. Maybe this joke is okay. Mom, do I have to wear pants? The sign only says no shirt, no shoes, no service. No, no one laughed, poor guy. Okay, how about this? Have you met my proctologist? Dr. Seymour Butts. Ah. Okay. Your name. Lawrence Curls, professional funny man, also known as Murder Clown. You witnessed the scene at around 10:15 the day of the murder, correct? Yes. Yes, it is. Well, Mr. Curls, will you please testify to what you saw that evening? Arabi, jeez. Without the human, please. Okay. Aw, poor Mike. Can't be his normal stoogey stuff in this court. What you witnessed. I know. I'm not the greatest comedian in the world. I haven't been able to make people laugh for 10 years. No matter what I say, all I get in return is a vacant stare and a polite applause. Since no one ever laughs at my jokes, I've taken to laughing at them myself. I'd have least I'm trying. Imagine my predicament. I'm a clown who can't make... I'm useless, but I keep trying. Jokes today. But this atmosphere is very nerve-wracking. I decided to make... Seriously, everyone, what do you think of me? How am I doing? That was not related to the case at all. Sorry, that was... My Aussie came out. That was not related to the case at all. What the fuck? Stupid. Aren't we the ones supposed to be asking the questions here? Witness. Huh? We will listen to your call for help after the court proceedings are over. Thus, please stick to the facts of this case. Really? You really hear me out? Well, I'll make sure that one of my staff will be your straight man later. Okay. Thank you. I can't wait. Poor Gumshoe. Gosh. Yeah, oh wait, I forgot. It would be Gumshoe. Now that that's settled, shall we begin with the test? Okay, shall we begin once again with the testimony? I'm so glad I didn't have to cross-examine that. I'm like, hey, you good, buddy? Why does that sound like the weirdest spell you can give a clown? What do you mean? Can you please elaborate? Can you elaborate, please? No. Okay, fair enough. Of course we can. I'll talk as long as you want. The night of the murder, after practice was over, I went straight back to my room. You had no idea how tired I was that night. I was pooped. I thought I'd go straight to sleep, but before I did, I glanced out the window. That's when I saw two silhouettes. They were a bit far away though. It was the ringmaster and he was with Max. He was wearing his cloak. I kept watching them, and all of a sudden, Max clonked the ringmaster over the head. That's very interesting. It is why? What the fuck? If this eyewitness account is to be believed, I have enough to pass the judgment right now. Of course you can. There is no way that this account can be criticized. However, the witness is a bit, how do you say, off-kilter? Almost like he has some sort of atmosphere of guilt surrounding him. That must be because of my insincere smile. That's right, please begin the defense cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, you gotta find some kind of contradiction in his theory, in his testimony. I know that. Mr. Wright, Your Honor, I'm afraid if you push this witness too far, it would bring disaster upon the court. Thus, I certainly hope you're not going to engage in pointless saber rattling. I understand, Your Honor. If you cause this clown to stray from the facts, I'll hold you responsible. Why am I responsible? I'm not making. I'm not the one making bad jokes. Okay, let me save. Yeah, my lives are fucked. Okay. You say that practice wrapped at around 10 p.m., correct? I mean, that seems like a reasonable time to go to bed. See, that's the thing. Huh? How exactly am I supposed to make a joke about 10 p.m.? Now 8 o'clock? That's... Oh, Bubble Tea! Thank you so much for the raid! Hello, everybody!
Bubble Tea E1 found the dragon with 2 viewers. D.
There you go, here's a little shout out. Ah, you did Apex Legends! How was that? Welcome Raiders, my name is Mirika Ryushi. I am your Botany Dragon VTuber. And... I normally play comfy and or story games. And right now I am playing Phoenix Wright. So welcome to the stream, welcome. I appreciate you Raiders. But if you need to go eat, go sleep, go drink water, have a break, you go do that. But you're welcome to stay for as long as you like. I'd love to have you. Hey, it was good. I got 1 win. That's good. I mean, 1 win is better than no wins. Am I right? Excuse me. Let's go. I never played Ace Attorney, honestly. That's fine. You don't have to play the game to experience it. You know? Little Bello says hi. I said hi, my daughter. Oh, hi, sweetie. Yeah, but yeah, I really appreciate the raid. But like I said, if you gotta raid and run, I totally understand. Seeing it just seems to. Hi, little bubble. Let's just pretend. Okay, let's not make it 8 p.m. Right? All right, Mo. What do you mean, let's not? Don't take the clown out of the clowning around. Yeah, 100%. Come on, Nick. Just listen to his joke. There are 3 reasons why I don't want to. 1, I probably won't laugh. 2, I get hit with a penalty. 3, I get whipped. Will witness just proceed with his factual testimony? I think this is gonna be a bit of a pain in the ass, but it's fine. You're so boring. Oh my god. So is it a visual novel? It has a visual novel style to it, but it's more or less like mystery, you know? You're this character, Phoenix, and you're solving murder cases. You know, it's usually murder for some reason. And you're trying to solve them, and you have to find evidence, you have to talk to witnesses, you have to talk to characters, just to have like a better understanding of the case at hand. You know? So yeah, it is kind of like a visual novel in a way. You know, it's getting hot. I'm gonna take off the hoodie. Like, it's cold and then it gets hot and I don't know. Okay, that seems cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Ace Attorney does have a lot of games, so I do recommend at least trying the first game. You know, give the first game a go, but the whole trilogy is on Steam. Yeah, it's a visual novel puzzle adventure game. Yes, but it is a pain in the ass to play sometimes. Okay, yes, I was very, very tired. Not to mention it has some bad Mexican food. What? The double cheese, double bean enchilada is a dangerous menu item. What? Okay. Just took a shit. That one was cool, huh? I hear the kids really love toilet humor these days. In a different way. That joke was so hip. I don't want to ruin it with a reply. What the fuck? Wait. Son of a bitch, wait. Oh my god, wait. This son of a bitch. I actually have to be careful with this dickhead. Okay, hold on. Oh, this dick. Okay. Okay, you did not see that. I'm so glad I saved though. Wait, what happened? So if you get something wrong, okay, or in this case, if Mo makes a joke that's not funny, you get a penalty, and you basically have 5 lives. Yeah, you have 5. Like on average, you have 5 lives. Technically 10, but it doubles. So you have 5 lives, and if you lose all 5 lives, your defendant is guilty. So that's why I got a little like agitated. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. You just happen to glance out the window. You could say I peeked, stared, glimpsed, peeked, eyeballed, curls. Oh, I guess synonyms aren't allowed either. Well, it is a courtroom. You need to like shut up. I'm sorry. What should I do? Keep pressing. Actually, exactly why did you look out of your window that night? Why? Why? Clowns don't need a reason to look out their windows, do they? That's not what I meant. I meant that, well, when we spoke yesterday. Once I tucked myself into bed, I heard this amazing noise. It was incredibly loud. Sounded like a giant thump. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You forgot. Your Honor, the witness looked out of his window upon hearing a loud sound. He did not just simply glance out of his window that night. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot to mention that thump, didn't I? That's not something you just forget to mention. Yeah, what she said. I believe it would be best if Mo were to revise his testimony. Very well, Mr. Curls. Please revise your testimony. Okay. What was the sound like? Well, I guess it kind of sounded like... I guess you could say... Mr. Curls, may the court remind you that humor is unnecessary. So, how did you know that I was gonna make a joke? I guess... the sound... I guess that the sound sounded like a... It's supposed to sound like someone getting hit with something very hard. Yeah, that's what it sounded like, honestly. Someone getting hit, huh? What then? Far away, you say. If you have to say exactly how far away were they? Let me think about that for a second. If my room is here, and they looked about yay big, I say they were about 30 feet from my window. Just 30 feet, that's not far at all. It was snowing that night, and cut down visibility. I see. Please continue. Okay. You say you clearly saw this, even though you were, by your own admission, far away. That's right. I have been thinking about it over and over since that night. But things didn't really make sense until I spoke with the prosecutor, Miss Von Karma. Now I'm 100% certain that it was Max and the ringmaster that I saw that night. Just think about it. How could I be wrong if Max is always wearing his uppity symbols? Lawyers nowadays. Oh my god, Phoenix! You should know this by now. The puppet kept repeating it to you. Stupid. Ah, jeez. Lawyers nowadays. Do you even have to go to school anymore to be one? Alright, okay. See what I mean? It's always like this. The crowd never wants to go along with me. Okay. Enough foolishness. Get back on track. Will the witness please testify to what he saw and only what he saw? Please don't also start repeating. I'm not gonna repeat it because I'm not gonna repeat it. But it's getting a little annoying. Just like Phoenix. They've been saying it with the puppet. It should be in his head. You say you saw the ringmaster get clunked over the head. Yes, I did. It's the climax of my story. He does enjoy the complete random. Okay. What would you say the victim was struck with? You mean the weapon? I have no idea. A weapon wasn't found at the murder scene, right? That's not what I meant. You did say you did see everything, didn't you? That's coming in a minute. Well, yeah, I suppose I did. Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't see a weapon. My god. Mo, did you or did you not see the crime of the murder committed that night? I will not permit you to harass my witness in this manner. You better have an excellent reason for attacking this poor clown. Because if you don't, you know what's waiting, a nice penalty. Oh my god. Do you have any clear basis to believe that my witness did not? Of course I don't. But I'm just gonna do this. Okay, okay. Of course I do. I've got a great reason to make my claim. Okay. And I suppose you would be great telling all that great reason. Of course I will. The reason is the witness' very own testimony. What's the meaning of that, Mr. Wright? Mo said that he heard a thump. It sounded like... Oh. Okay, Mo said that he heard a sound like a thump of someone getting hit. Right. He did say that. However, Mo just stated the following under oath. I kept watching them and all of a sudden, Max clunked the ringmaster over the head. It is to be believed when he says looked out the window upon hearing a sound. There's no way he could have seen Max clonk anyone. What's going on with the random facts about clowns here? Mr. Crows, how do you respond to Mr. Wright's assessment? They didn't commit. Okay, these clowns promptly escaped from a maximum security clown car. Is he calling himself a clown? Okay. Mr. Crows, are you reciting the C-Team theme to anger this court? No. I'm just stalling for time while I jog my memory. Great job, Nick. These type of witnesses always seem to have a selective memory. You just have to peel back the layers of the clown makeup to find the truth. Well, you're back from your jog? Well, it pretty much happened the way I said it. Pretty much. When I looked out my window that night, the ringmaster was already face down in the snow. The prosecution helped me fill in the gaps of my statement. Von Karma. Tampering with witnesses again. So, you're saying that you did not see the defendant clonk the ringmaster? Yes. And I do like at my window, the ringmaster had already checked out. Checked out. Yep. He was on permanent vacation, as they say. That was not a good joke. Mr. Curls. Your Honor, you did not just witness the actual crime. However, you still say you saw the criminal, correct? Yes, exactly. The ringmaster was slumped over and I saw someone's silhouette next to him. Very well. Then please testify to the silhouette you saw. I expect the truth. Okay. And if I catch catch a hint of a joke from you, I'll put you in a long holding cell until you learn court etiquette. Got it? Got it. The silhouette. As you hear, my voice is going through it right now. It's a bit far away, but that shadow could have only belonged to Max. And there's no doubting it, especially since I saw his uppity symbols. His silk hat, that black coat, they're all there. His face was silhouetted, but there was no doubt that it was him. His cloak was floating in the wind, so I couldn't really see what he was carrying. It does seem as if the defendant was at the scene of the crime. It took the clown long enough to get his facts straight. But whatever, this should finally be good enough, yes? It is decisive testimony. Was Max really at the crime scene that night? He said he wasn't there. We have to believe in that. Also, welcome back. He just came back from ads. Alright, Mr. Wright, commence your cross-examination. The silhouette. Excuse me. Okay. Don't you think you're going a little overboard with how explicit you're being? That shadow belonged to Max is an awfully firm statement, don't you think? Excuse me, what are you getting at? I'm just saying that one of your fellow performers' life is on the line here. Are you truly 100% absolutely certain that it was Max? I'm not the kind of person who will lie about something as serious as this. The silhouette I saw was Max. I'm convinced of that. Doesn't seem like... Okay, let's go over this again, then. What makes you so sure that you saw Max that night? If it's about his symbols again, said the same thing. But if it was just the symbols, then even I could have been wearing them. What if someone had just taken Max's symbols and worn them? I thought of that myself. I just looked at the shape of the face and I saw it must have been Max. You're sure of that? Such a silly little boy. He threw his entire case headlong into a trap. You sure that that is what you saw that night? Exactly what I saw, what I said I saw is exactly what I saw. Oh my god, that's a tongue twister. I got eyes like a hawk. Don't birds have terrible night vision? Except for owls. But that's not all I saw. Okay. You were able to see that kind of detail from your window. There was light near the scene of the crime. Anyone with decent eyesight should have been able to see that much. Out of curiosity, what is your eyesight like? I can see like a heart out of my left eye and an eagle out of my right eye. Our workers say that his eyesight is a perfect 20/20. I wish that were me. My vision is tanked. Definitely, he could have seen the crime scene clearly. The more we look into this matter, the more suspicious it becomes. Same. Hey, you asked me what my eyesight was like, not what it actually was. Okay. So you didn't actually see what the criminal was holding. That's correct. I've been curious to know what caused that loud noise. It must be something incredibly hard. Too bad they haven't found the murder weapon to know for sure. They claim it was a blunt object, at least it says so in the autopsy report. Okay, now Mose. It really seems like Max is the killer. Nick, you gotta find a contradiction in this. What? I have to prove that Mose saw someone other than Max that night. Okay, now I gotta do it. Okay, now I don't know because I... What the fuck? I'm sorry. Oh my goodness. I'm trying my best here. It's not great. Oh wait, no. Wait, right. I'm looking at like a gameplay right now. His stuff is not black, it's purple. I was looking at that, I was like, isn't his stuff purple? But wait, I have the poster. Okay. You say you saw all of Max's uppity symbols. I suppose so. The seal cat and the cloak, right? Mo, everyone knows that Maximilian has 3 uppity symbols. 3 symbols. All together now. I'm not saying that. What the? Who cares if you knew that there were 3 or not? He saw what he saw and he saw the symbols. He just forgot one to mention one. Isn't that right, Mo? Oh my god. Silence, fool. You're to respond with the whole truth, no fractions. Order. Mo, you didn't see the roses, did you? To be honest, there weren't any roses on the person I saw. The crime scene was dark. It's obviously it was too dark to see that kind of detail. But the witness said he was able to see the silhouette of the criminal's face. Not to mention, the roses were white. There's no way he could have missed them. Then the roses must have fallen out when the defendant assaulted the victim. If that were the case, then the police would have found them near the crime scene. Mr. Wright, are these white roses surely material to the facts of this case? Clearly not. He's just toying with his court. I got out on the ropes now. These seemingly insignificant facts have never failed to lead me to the truth yet. Someone is toying with the court, but it's not me. Your Honor, do you recall Trilla's testimony? There's no way I must mistake someone with those 2 ridiculous symbols. Crazy get up. 3-piece get up. Trilla saw them all. Trilla saw all 3 of Max's symbols. However, this witness claims there were no white roses on the person he saw. There's absolutely no doubt that this is a contradiction. Now what am I supposed to think? One is supposed to disregard the pointless, but this. Judge, forget the roses. Think about his other testimony. The witness has stated without doubt that he saw Maximilian Galactica. Nothing else matters. Let's wrap this case up now. Yona, it may be trivial, but it does cast doubt on the prosecution's case. Frankly, I have my doubts about this witness. It seems that, unlike wine, the witness has not grown more mature with age. I'm not mature. I come to a conclusion. I'm 99% certain that this witness saw the defendant. However, my remaining 1% of doubt is quite reasonable. Which means that for my peace of mind, I'm going to request a bit more testimony. What? If there are no contradictions in his next statement, I'm prepared to issue a ruling. Nick, this is your last chance. What the fuck? The silhouette part 2. There's no doubt in my mind there were no white roses that night. Okay. Interesting. However, all the other symbols were there. I'm equally sure of that. Especially the silk hat. There's no way I could forget seeing the decoration on it. He was wearing it the entire time he was on the scene. Okay, you got one last chance. Just one chance. What the hell? Okay, you better have at least a shred of its back up your accusations. I understand, Yana. One chance is all I need. No, I need more chances. What the fuck? The fuck? So if I present... Oh my gosh. Oh jeez. I don't want to risk it so that... Oh my god. This is stupid. Okay. Decorations. Okay, then I guess it's just a hat. Alright, at least the music stopped. I don't know. I wasn't risking that chance. This wouldn't happen to be the silk hat you saw that night, would it? Yep, that's it. That's the hat he was wearing. He was wearing that night. No question in your mind. Exactly how would one mistake a thing like that? I see. Is there some sort of problem, Mr. Wright? Miss Montgomery, where exactly was this silk hat found? Must you always ask these questions? It was found at the crime scene. The crime scene? That means... The silk hat fell off at the crime scene. However, the witness clearly testified to the contrary. The witness stated that he was wearing it the entire time, that he was on the case. That's not true. Oh jeez, Mr. Curls. Yes, Your Honor. What is the meaning of all this? You're old enough to know better than to behave like this in court. Hey, that's not right. That's so harsh. What's not right here is your eyesight and your memory, amongst other things. Oh, poor thing. But why are you being so mean to me? What did I do? Let me guess. You just didn't like my jokes or something, right? Okay. You didn't have to go and insult my eyesight or my memory. They're both great. Seriously. Oh, jeez. Enough of this childish outburst, Mr. Curls. Who do you think you are? Oh, wow. A bit of drama going on. Okay, I saw him. I swear I saw him. It was Max. Even if he didn't have his roses, he was still wearing his dumb silk hat. I'm telling the truth. He turned into a bratty little kid. It's pitiful, isn't it? He left the scene wearing that dumb silk hat. He was there. He left the scene. What's the matter, Nick? There's something I've been mulling over for a while now. Mo, what do you want? You just said that he left the scene. Exactly how did the murderer leave the scene of the crime? He went... What do you mean, how did you leave the scene? You can't ask me that. Mr. Phoenix Wright is badgering the witness, Your Honor. This witness testimony is full of holes, Miss Montgomery. Miss Montgomery's useless process is useless. Oh, that was not that was not the way I was supposed to say it. Oopsies. Oops. You got a point. Let's hear what the witness has to say on this matter. Is that alright with you, little guy? Don't talk to me like I'm a little baby. Besides, what kind of stupid question is how do you leave the crime scene? The answer is obvious. He just turned around and walked away. That's what I expected you say. You sure that's how it happened? Say what? Huh? I'm not sure where you're going with this. Lawyers nowadays sure do love to harp on the smallest things. I mean, there's no footprints. Look at this picture. The problem is the footprints in the snow. The footprints? In this photo, we can clearly see footprints of the victim. However, where are the criminal's footprints? Oh, okay. So, Mo, exactly how did the criminal escape the scene? Your Honor, this witness has already proven that his testimony is completely unreliable. I moved to strike all this witness testimony from the court record. I agree. This clown testimony is as rickety as the clown car he came to court in. Wait just a second. You guys can't just ignore everything I've said. Fine, fine, I'll take it the truth this time. You want a second? I think you said more than enough for today. I'm sick and tired of listening to you anyways. I'll give it the real deal this time, I swear. I don't know why, but I get the feeling that things are gonna get worse before they get better. Mr. Lawrence curls. Yes? The testimony you provided until now has been false. It has been false. I haven't lied. It's just what? I was a bit confused on the bit about the criminal leaving the scene, especially since Montgomery and her whip told me not to talk about what I really saw. Tempering. Order. Order. I will have order. Francisco von Kammer, how could you? Your Honor, if you heard the truth of this from this witness, you'd have exactly the same opinion as I have. What opinion is that? It's not funny. Okay, that's enough out of you. I'm going to listen to what he has to say. Okay, let me check some. Okay. Now then, let's hear the truth about what you saw, Mr. Curls. Ha! You're not gonna believe this, but it's all the truth I tell you. Try not to waste our time with your idiotic dribble. The truth. Why is there so many testimonies? Okay. Now it's time for our next segment, Mo Noise. Everything I said up until now has been the truth. When I looked out the window, the ringmaster was down and Max was standing above him. He wasn't wearing his white roses, but he was wearing the silk hat. That's when I saw he... What the fuck? This is the truth now, get ready for it. He flew. He jumped and flew through the air. What the fuck? I am so confused. He flew right off and disappeared into the darkness. That's why there are no footprints. Flying people don't leave footprints. The fuck? I told you it wasn't funny. Do you believe me now? Well, that was, how do you put this into words? Maximilian Galactica is a world-class magician, but to leave the snare of a crime by flying, there's no way that actually happened. You're right. Why is she right? You believe the other witnesses. Why won't you believe me, especially since it's the best part of the story? To be honest, this is the first time I've heard of a flying criminal. What do you think about this witness testimony? He's telling the truth. What he said was just so strange. I don't think he would have made it up. Which means that he is telling the truth. That's what I think. Like, wait. That means Max actually used magic. Yikes, you're right. Only a foolish-looking fool could be fooled by such a foolish fool's foolish dream. Don't be ridiculous. Magic does not exist. I suppose I will let you all in on my thinking regarding this matter. The criminal disappeared into the sky. I'd love to believe that, but I just can't wrap my head around how that could actually happen. You imbecile! If you disregarded a need for proof, Miss Von Kammer's case is sound. However, I got the feeling that this case is in dire need of more investigation. Thus, I will conclude today's proceedings at this point. It's an undisputed fact that the criminal left no footprints at the scene. Tomorrow, I want us to find out the reason behind this mystery of this mystery of mysteries. I believe that's enough. Court is adjourned. Blech. Okay, December 29th, 2:33 p.m. District Court Defendant Lobby Number 5. Hey, sweeties, what in the world is going on? That's what I want to know. They say the criminal flew off into the air and disappeared. Max, I can't believe I'm asking you this, but you didn't fly that night, did you? I know you didn't mean to ask me such a fabulously stupid question. I can't fly whenever I please, it's not that easy. But it looks so effortless for you on stage. It's not that simple, I'm not actually flying on stage. I use invisible wires and have them hoist me through the air. Wow, you just told me the secret to your magic. No, I broke the first rule, the cardinal rule, the only rule. I'm sorry, Max. Who made you break a magician's creed to never reveal the secret to their tricks? Nick, what do we do now? All we can do now is hope we find the flying criminal in court tomorrow. Great idea. Let's do our best and catch the sucker. To be continued. Okay. So, I'm gonna be saving. Okay. So that's going to be it for today's stream. I think the trial went well. I did get stuck a few times, and I'm trying to get over it. But yeah, we have a lot of people for a raid. Thanks, my love. And so I'm gonna be finding someone to raid. But yeah, let me find who is active. Let's see. Thanks for stream, of course. Okay, let's raid this person. Okay, so yeah, so that's gonna be it for today's stream. I just did this. This is the raid message, and next stream is going to be on Thursday, and it's going to be Frozen Mystery. I will be playing the new update. So yeah, other than that, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.